Hello friends, and welcome back to Gentle Herb Living, where we dig into the real stories behind the gardening advice you've heard 1,000 times. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that some people consider almost sacred: companion planting. You've probably seen all those colorful charts telling you exactly which plants you must grow together and which ones you should never mix. It's an enticing idea, that if you simply match the right plant buddies, your garden will flourish effortlessly, with fewer pests and healthier harvests. But here's the truth: companion planting doesn't always work the way we expect it to. One reason is that most companion planting charts are based on anecdotes, not rigorous science. Over the years, gardeners have shared observations about what seemed to grow well together, and these stories evolved into rules. While some of those observations have merit, many have never been tested under controlled conditions. So, when you follow these combinations to the letter, you might find they don't deliver consistent results. Another reason is that every garden is unique. Soil type, climate, pests, and even your watering habits all influence how plants interact. For example, basil might help deter certain insects near tomatoes in a warm, humid region, but do almost nothing in a cooler climate. Marigolds might suppress nematodes in sandy soils but have little effect in heavy clay. That's why what works beautifully for your neighbor might disappoint in your own beds. Even the concept of allelopathy, where plants release chemicals to suppress or help their neighbors, is highly situational. Some allelopathic effects only happen when plant debris decomposes in the soil or when roots are stressed. So, while the idea of natural plant partnerships sounds simple, the reality is actually much more complex. So what can you do instead? Well, focus on practices that consistently improve plant health across different conditions. The first is building rich, living soil. When your soil is teeming with beneficial microbes and has good structure, your plants are just better equipped to resist pests and diseases, without needing a perfect planting partner right next to them. The second is observing your own garden carefully. Keep a journal of what combinations seem to help, or, hinder, growth over time. Third, embrace diversity in a broader sense. Instead of relying on specific companions, mix many different crops to confuse pests and reduce disease spread. This technique, called polyculture, is more resilient because it doesn't depend on any one plant pairing. Finally, remember that gardening wisdom should be flexible. Companion planting can be a useful tool, but it's not a magic formula. Your best results will always come from understanding your soil, observing your plants, and adjusting based on real experience. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to Gentle Herb Living and click the bell to stay updated on more honest, practical gardening insights. Share this with friends who want to grow stronger, healthier gardens without being limited by old myths. Until next time, happy gardening.